Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. When I was young, I used to have a teacher. This teacher used to tell us that, whenever you go to a school, if you want to know whether the school is regulated, well administered, disciplined, then go to the principal's cabin. If the principal is comfortable, happy, cheerful, and has enough time to talk to you and all that, which means the school is running immaculately. Discipline in the school, people are listening to the principal, they are listening to the teachers, there is discipline, administration is perfect, everything is good. But when you go to a school, you go to the principal cabin and the principal is frustrated and is tearing his hair, which means that there is something seriously wrong with the school. There is something seriously wrong with the administration of the schools. There is something seriously wrong with the discipline of the school. I'm going to talk to you about our Supreme Court, which is technically the principal's office of our country, isn't it? Let's see how our Supreme Court looks. That's my topic number one. My topic number two, if I have the time, I will also talk to you about the fact that we are a young country. We are a young country and we are going to remain young for quite some time. Let's talk about what happens if you are a young country, what are the good things and what are not so good things, and what happens to us when we age. What are the things that we should be cautious about? I am referring to a Mint article. There's a beautiful article in Mint about this. I'm just referring to that article and that's what I'll be talking to you about. So let's get right into the show. So, I'm going to talk to you about this company called Phenolics Pipes. Two brothers, two directors, Deepak Chhabria and Prakash Chhabria. There is a dispute between them. Dispute went to NCLAT, that is National Companies Law Appellate Tribunal. So it went to NCLAT and then further on went to the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court on 13th of October had directed the NCLAT to announce the judgment and declare the results of the AGM only after receiving the scrutinizer's report. Supreme Court ने NCLAT को बोला, Supreme Court bigger court, NCLAT को बोला, देखो, you only pass the judgment once you get scrutinizer report. Only then pass the judgment and put up the AGM report. उसके पहले नहीं करने का. Okay. The court order was uploaded at 1:55 on 13th of October and the lawyer also informed the development to the NCLAT bench, which was to deliver the verdict at 2 p.m. The two-member bench of NCLAT, however, pronounced the order before the scrutinizer's report was uploaded at 2:40. Boom. So, Supreme Court of India passed an order and our people said, "Chodna yaar." Yeah, they went and they gave the order 2:40. When Supreme Court had said that at 1:55, scrutinizer ka report ke baad hi, only after scrutinizer report you should give the judgment and announce the report. Now, of course, the Supreme Court was mad about it. They said, "What is wrong with you?" Chandrachud said, "The manner in which the NCLT has passed the direction is unbecoming of a tribunal." He said that we are of the view that the members of NCLT bench are liable to be proceeded against in contempt proceedings. We issue notices of show cause against the members. They shall be present before this court on 30th of October. The CJI, the Chief Justice of India, Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, got mad. He said, "What's wrong with you guys? Arey, bola tha na? We told no that you should not be doing it. You went and did it. 1:55, you said 2:40, you went and did it. No value to us, no value for our verdict. I'm going to hold you contempt of court." ठीक है, this is Supreme Court and Appellate Tribunal, Company Law, Appellate Tribunal. ठीक है, चलो, this happened in our country. Now, our Maharashtra, our Speaker is just not taking decision on that disqualification case regarding Shiva Sena, that is the Shiva Sena breakup group, that is the Shiva Sena Shinde group, which is Shinde, who is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. The disqualification case is pending. Nobody has taken cognizance to this. The court has been talking about it. The court has been talking about it since July. And the case is still nothing. The speaker has not taken a decision on this. Now, speaker giving interviews, not doing his job, the Supreme Court said yesterday. I'll tell you exactly what they said. The Supreme Court said that that is the speaker, has to decide. Mr. SG is Solicitor General. He has to decide, that is the Speaker of Maharashtra has to decide, Mr. Solicitor General, and he goes on to give interviews that we are on co-equal branch of the government. The Supreme Court is supreme in its own way. He has been giving interviews. He is not doing his job. He is amenable to the jurisdiction of this court. We are not controlling what is happening in the floor of the house. There, the house is absolutely supreme. But hearing disqualification proceedings, he is a tribunal. He is amenable to the court's jurisdiction. Arey, how can you say you are supreme? You are a tribunal. You are reporting to us. You have to listen to us. A Supreme Court trying to tell a Speaker of assembly that, Baba, listen to us. You know, I am bigger than you. You have to listen to me. ऐसा कैसा तुम नहीं सुनता है? The first case, court telling another tribunal, that is NCLAT, that, Baba, I gave you a judgment, you are not listening to me. Now he is telling a speaker, Baba, you have to listen to me. I am bigger than you. I've got more powers than you. I am supreme here. I mean, look at the condition of the court. Look at the condition of the court. I'm going to give you one more example before I conclude. The example is of Manish Sisodia. The court says you have been keeping somebody behind bars indefinitely. When will the charges be framed, Baba? Supreme Court is asking ED this. What the Supreme Court says, I'll read it to you. The Supreme Court says, you can answer this tomorrow. The argument on charges have yet to commence. Why and when will it commence? You cannot keep somebody behind bars indefinitely because you are not clear on when you want to argue on the charges. You answer this tomorrow, but after the charge sheet is filed, the argument must commence immediately. अरे कितना दिन एक आदमी को अंदर डालेगा यार? This is what the Supreme Court is asking. Simple language. This is what the Supreme Court is asking. You have not filed a charge sheet. You have just kept a person behind bars. Why? Supreme Court is asking this to Enforcement Directorate. The judiciary asking the executive. Why? Enforcement body, why are you keeping this man behind bars? Now, I remember what I told you about that frustrated principal. One place, NCLT not listening to them. They are doing what they want to. Other place, Speaker of an assembly not listening to them. He is doing what he wants to. The third place, the court is saying, एक आदमी अंदर है, क्यों है मालूम नहीं है, चार्ज शीट है नहीं है. How is this administration running? Where is the discipline? Where is the administration, for starters? This is the point I wanted to make through these three examples. Let's get into my next topic. Okay, there's a very interesting article in the Mint today. And I found that article very interesting and thought-provoking. So I thought I'll share my views with you. In fact, the article says that India's youthful population is often described as a key strength of the economy. Youngest emerging market nations and will remain so in the near future. A demographic divide that makes it an attractive investment destination. A very good point. We have our youth is our majority, and we are a population that is dominated by youth. Fantastic. And the good part is, if you see the other countries that is in your screen, you see the graph, compared to China, Russia and all, we are going to stay young for quite some time. Now that's good. It's very, very good. And therefore, what happens is, the good thing is that our workforce is high. The good thing is that, therefore, we are a young nation, so we are a strong nation. Our work is higher. We can produce more. We can profit more. We can grow faster. All of that. What is also important is the fact that we are a fantastic destination, therefore, Because see, resources and people, these are the two major things required for a business to grow. So, youth bhi hai, resources bhi hai, and therefore people will put capital, people will put money when there is such resources. Now, also the fact that, youth by definition also ensures that the market becomes more vibrant. Youth, the market becomes vibrant. If the population is elderly, the market becomes slightly less vibrant and less dynamic. Youth, the market becomes dynamic and market becomes vibrant. So all these factors are very good. Now there is a problem also to this, which we need to talk about. The problem is, when you have youth population, the first thing that you need to have is a fantastic administration. Then administration that knows how to cater, how to garner this energy, this raw energy called youth. You need to have a brilliant administration. What happens if you don't have a brilliant administration? If you don't have a brilliant administration, you have more unemployed youth on the streets of the country. When you have more unemployed youth on the streets of the country, you have more disillusioned youth on the streets of this country. And unless and until you channel their energies, you channel their energies to the right direction, to productive direction, to ensure that they produce more for the country, they take the country to different heights. Unless and until your management, your administration is capable to channel this youth, your problem is that the same strength may turn into our weakness. More disillusioned youth on the streets, more unemployed, disillusioned youth on the streets create more crimes, create more problems than solutions. And that's the problem that one needs to talk about. Another very, very interesting factor is, while India's income is not likely to grow as rapidly as the elderly cohorts, worse, the working age population, that is 15 to 59, is expected to peak at 64.8% of the population by 2031, while the elderly population will keep on rising. Acha, now also need to understand is, there's another very interesting graph actually before this, is that the population of India has been aging at a faster rate since the early 2010s. It took 67 years from 1950 to 2017 for the population of 65 plus to double from 3.1% to 6%. But the next doubling is projected to happen in just 25 years. So 67 years mein the first doubling happened, the next doubling is happening in 25 years, which means that while, like I said, our population is going to stay young for quite some time, but the fact remains that aging is also doubling. Aging percentage is also doubling. Somewhere down the line, that aging is going to catch up. Now, what happens when our population is aging? When our population is aging, we better have money. We better be a rich country. Because with an aging population, I spoke to you about youth population. Now let's understand about aging population. If you are not rich by the time your population ages, you will not have enough money to pay pension. You will not have enough money to look after the healthcare. You will not have enough money to build old age homes for them, or to build places, to build care centers for elderly citizens of your country. You won't have the money. And you really, considering our infrastructure currently, you really need to develop. You really need to spend money for healthcare. Only then will, by the time we reach 65, by the time our 65 plus population, reaches a significant number, you will be able to take care of them. And if you don't build this population, if you don't build this infrastructure, you will have an old population, a significant percentage of elder population, but you will not be able to cater to them. So this is the warning signal there. Like I told you, this is the warning signal as far as the youth is concerned, and this is the warning signal as far as our population, when it grows old, is concerned. So this is the point I wanted to make. I thought this was a very interesting data, so I thought I should share it with you. That's the point I wanted to make today. Till I see you tomorrow, that is at 10 o'clock. Namaskar.